I'm Alexander Farren. I'm running for the position of GUU on SEC.
What are your views on how the current Honorary Secretary's done?
I think Kerry's done an amazing job this year. She's run one of the most successful Freshers' Weeks that I think we've ever had. She ran an amazing Daft Friday. I think she's done fantastic with it.
True. With this being a contested election, why are you the better candidate?
So I think Matilda would be a great candidate as well, but I think one of the main things with ONSEC in dealing with Daft Friday and dealing with freshers, you need an experience of what these things are, and I've obviously got more years in it, and I think I know and understand, especially being a part of two unions, fresher helper teams, I understand more what the freshers want out of their Freshers' Week, and it being at 4 Daft Fridays now, I think I really understand what the job needs, and I think what the event has to look like and feel like for the members.
Perfect. You discussed that there's not enough focus on the old GUU building. How do you plan to draw focus away from the Hive and the Well?
So obviously I don't hope to drive focus away from Hive and the Well. I want to bring it to both areas. As I say in my manifesto, what I want is a revamped branding, and how I want to do this is get a professional marketer to sort of take a look at the building, to take a look at how we're branding ourselves now and tell us how we improve on it. As well as this, I think spending money and a lot more time maybe making the website a much bigger project than it is just now, because if you go on the website, the election section is still 2016. It's sort of fallen into disrepair, as it were.
Does the GUU have enough time and money to do this?
The GUU does have enough time and money to do this. Obviously, right now, this year, a lot of the focus was sort of on strat plan, constitutional changes, and then going into next year, we'll have our plans and constitutional changes written up, and they can always evolve, but taking focus away from that and giving mainly probably PSMs more jobs to do with website. The shift is already focusing towards PR and our PR materials for PSMs, and a shift towards the website as well is going to help us no end.
In your manifesto you state that policies on discipline need updating, and why is this? Has the union already been lacking in policies here?
No, it hasn't been lacking in policies. Obviously an old sort of amendment that there is just now is that disciplinary issues, they go 2 weeks, and obviously serious ones are dealt with anyway, but sort of ones, say for example, if they happen at the start of Freshers' Week and there's 2 weeks of hecticness, at the end of the 2 weeks, if it's been more than 2 weeks, we can't go back and deal with that. So that's something that needs to be addressed, and I want it to still be fair to the students, give it a finite time that it can be dealt with, but give us longer so that things can be dealt with.
In regards to the Daft Friday, do you really believe the only way to improve ticketing is by implementing stricter conduct on queuing?
So yeah, Daft Friday ticketing has been a problem for so many years now, and I don't actually think there's any perfect solution. We can't stop people from turning up in the streets. We don't own the streets. If people want to turn up early in the morning for their tickets, unfortunately all we can do is set a time when we'll start selling. We can't restrict people from the streets. I think the main problem with people being in the streets, because if they're cold and annoyed by it, it's still their choice to be in the streets. The only things we can really clear up on is the conduct, and the only way we have, while they're in the queue, apart from more serious measures to crack down on that, is by you sending them to the back and providing means where noise and rubbish will be reduced.
You discussed fresher helpers within your manifesto and how you want to increase the GUU presence during freshers and refreshers. Can you explain how you plan on doing this?
Yeah, so refreshers this year, of course, was much busier than it has been past years, and by basically making refreshers a second freshers week, we can get involved foreign students coming here for their first semester, as well as freshers who need to get back into it after the Christmas break. To increase presence, I've said we should go out to more and more halls, because Murano and QM are not the only 2 halls in Glasgow. Getting freshers helpers out to every single halls is better. This year we had a bit of a kerfuffle where we went to Firhill, and nobody was interacting with us at all. If we just make sure that from the start of the week we know exactly where we're going and what we're doing.
Others who are standing for elections have discussed how in previous years these GUU fresher helpers are seen to be more intimidating than other helper groups. Do you believe this is still the case?
I don't think so. I think it was a really friendly and also diverse bunch of people who were working for the fresher helpers this year. I certainly haven't seen the fresher helpers as intimidating when I came to uni. I think basically the choice of who's a fresher helper will only be the only way to really affect this.
And you state that mental health, safety training and sexual violence prevention training must be a priority for the GUU stewards. Is this not already the case?
So just now, what the union is going through is, in the upcoming year, we've got a choice to move between a different stewarding provider. Right now we've got SGL, who obviously do their own external training, and what we have the chance to do now is look at different groups of steward providers, and we can choose which one we want based on if they provide that training or not.
Regarding the membership of the GUU, you discuss how a current board member has begun the project for getting membership on our student cards.
Yeah.
Therefore, this is already happening and has been initiated by someone else. Why
So-
is this unmanifested?
So they are leaving this year, and they need someone to continue on the project. That's why I've written it in my manifesto, because obviously on-sec job is to do with membership. I'd like to take this on and make it one of my policies.